Tell. I mean, there's,
Yeah.
you know, it's a very low Jewish culture, if at all. I was
How did it
shocked.
manifest itself?
With me personally, or, well, you know, I think probably I was just a little bit more suspicious and protective of myself. I didn't really divulge my religion very much. In fact, I don't think at all. I don't think I ever told anybody I was Jewish.
Yeah.
Living there.
So you what, heard it or you saw signs?
Well, you know, there was a teacher there who was Canadian, and she was married to a Japanese man, and he was involved in the movement to combat anti-Semitism, which was interesting too. Do you know, he traveled to Israel and spoke about it. So they had an underground movement of anti-Semitism. There were papers that were produced about it. There was also a movement of, I think it was fascism, that I don't think related directly to the anti-Semitic movement, but I'm sure they correlated in some way.
There was also, before your time there, that the train with the man who had the cult that was following him.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, was that before we were there?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
Because we were there 98 to 2000.
Well, maybe it was a little before that, but
Okay.
around then.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right.
So that, you know, and Nagoya, too, is where they had the ice skating recently for the figure skating.
Yes.
Meanwhile, there's one of your students,
Erico, yeah.
Erica, who wrote a poem.
Yes.
And she wasn't used to writing in English.
No. No. And she and I talked a lot about poetry, and, you know, she was so lovely. And I felt like I was really connecting with a student there, and I think.
Would you read her poem, please?
Oh, sure.
It's right there.
Where, right here. The knell of the bells at the Gion Temple echoes the impermanence of all things. The color of the flowers on its double-trunked tree reveals the truth that to flourish is to fall. He who is proud is not so for long. Like a passing dream on a night in spring, he who is brave is finally destroyed, to be no more than dust before the wind.
Very, very profound and quite philosophical. End of the first year. You come home, you have your hair done, a manicure, and see the friends.
Yeah.
Did you want to go back?
I did. Yes, absolutely I did.
How did the second year change from the first, other than you knew where the markets were? And
Yeah. You know, I want to say the second year was more of the same, but what is true is I was more confident the second year. So the things that were challenging to me the first year were kind of old hand stuff now, and I really did, it all clicked, you know? I mean, I really made that city work for me as best as I could under the circumstances.
Same apartment?
Same, same. And we decorated it really cute. I mean, by the end of the second year, it was a cute place.
I wish there were pictures of it.
I know. You know, I do have pictures. I'll probably put them on the website so people can see what it looked like.
Because that was sort of intriguing, how you were going to fix it up.
Yeah. And we did, you know, and it became a really good rule of thumb for us. You know, we don't acquire a lot of things. We're not big thing people. But the aesthetics of painting a place and, you know, that's important to us.
Did they give you farewell parties when you left?
Yes and no. My English, the women that I tutored for the lessons, you know, English conversation lessons. I went out to a lot of lunches with them. They're big on taking people out for lunch, and that was really fun.
Yeah.
But, you know, not a big farewell thing when we left. You mean in the book we had a farewell party for the first year, yes. But, yes, I thought you meant the second year.
And with the second year, too.
Yeah.
Which is lovely to know that you made a difference in their lives.
You know, I like to think so, but I was suspicious. Truly, I was, that this is kind of a routine for them when an American or a foreigner comes into their lives. They sort of, it seemed like they had this structure for how they incorporate you into their life, how they use you for their language purposes and kind of as an amusing...
When you go to France, it's considered a great honor to finally be invited to somebody's home. Mm-hmm. Was it the same in Japan? I had the feeling that they are not so fast to invite a foreigner into their home.
No, I would say that's absolutely true. I mean, I went to Miss Sato's home because I was teaching the classes for her as well. But you don't, it's not like they show you around their house or you sit in their living room and hang out. Or you must
come for dinner on Tuesday.
Yeah, no, it's for a very specific purpose, and you kind of go to one area of the house. Generally, it's at a table where you're eating, and then you leave.
Yeah.
You know, and you get to see what's there, but they don't show you around.
And clothes. What did you wear there?
Well, you know, I had to make do with whatever I brought from home. Because I couldn't buy anything there.
We should say you are a swimmer. You teach swimming now. Did you swim over there?
I tried to. I went to the health club there, and I went to use the pool. It's not in the book, but the way that they structure anything indoors is to look like it's outdoors. So you go into the pool, and the walls have clouds and sky on them. They had fake palm trees positioned all over the pool deck. And the sky, they simulated, you know, change of light in the sky. So the whole idea is you're supposed to feel like you're outside even when you're inside. And I did swim a few times,
Well, I think that's wonderful. I love hearing that. Meanwhile, arigato. And thank you very much. Will you autograph my book, Lisa?
Absolutely.
And if you'd like to know what else we've been reading, visit me on the web at www.conniemartinson.com. You can even click into some of the other shows and even link up to various networks that air us. But I'd also like to know, what are you reading? Let me know at talksbooks@lycos.com. But support your local library. Go in, take out a card. Well, there have been really books about Japan since Admiral Cook came in sailing into Tokyo Harbor. It's a fascinating country, and we certainly have had a lot of exchanges with it. Support that library. Take a child with you. Get them their first library card. They never forget you. And if you have a problem reading, friends of the library will help you learn to read. And if you have a problem with eyesight, they have big, big print books, and they have computers. So any area that you are looking to help yourself with, that library will help you. What did a library mean to you? Where, in Canada growing up?
No, actually in Beverly Hills. We used to go to the Beverly Hills Library, which, bit of trivia, the old library was the building that they used in the Brady Bunch, where Mike Brady worked. That was the old Beverly Hills Library.
I thank you, and what a pleasure to read the book. I loved it. Thank you so much, Lisa.
Thank you, Connie.
And we'll see you next time.